This was billed as a talk on public education, and I'm perfectly prepared to speak about public education, which is what I've been talking about endlessly, it seems, for the past 4 years. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about public education in the question and answer. And I am going to touch on public education, but there's a bigger question pushing me, and that's the social change part of my talk. So most of what I say today is going to move in that direction. But I hope to make this a conversation so we can take this wherever this audience chooses to go. The snow is falling on the ground, and beautiful is the face of my beloved. That is a line of Kenneth Patchen poetry that came to me when I looked out on your green this morning. And it's from a love poem, but also an anti-war poem. The poet intended to contrast that intimate experience of being next to someone you love with what's going on in the wider world, where war rages and bodies are ripped apart like rags. While quiet snow falls, quiet violence happens everywhere. In Washington, D.C., where I live, a couple of weeks ago, a mentally ill mother was found in her home with the bodies of her 4 dead children, bodies that had been sitting there, the police think, for about 6 months. In the nearby suburbs, a child died because he had a toothache, a cavity, that went untreated until it became a brain abscess. In both of these cases, a caring person anticipated disaster. A school social worker called the police. You've got to get into that house. I haven't seen these children in school. Something's wrong. And she called several times, and we have recordings of those phone calls. A legal aid lawyer tried to help the mother of the child with the cavity. She went from dentist to dentist. Will you take Medicaid? No. So these community caretakers are left to mourn. The press follows up with a series of articles, should have, could have, if only. Our mayor last week fired a handful of child protection service workers and police